You know that feeling when you land in Thailand and suddenly you feel happier? A lot of people say it's the weather, the food, the islands, but they are wrong. That's just the surface. There are actually 4 specific reasons why Thailand makes you happy, and most of them have nothing to do with my country itself. สวัสดีครับ Welcome to Thai Decoded. I'm Thanong, I'm Swiss Thai, and I decode what Thailand reveals about you. I talk with many people on my social media every day. They all have different backgrounds, but there is something that comes up constantly. As soon as people land here, they feel lighter, calmer, undeniably happier. And as soon as they leave, they feel very sad. But when I ask them why, most of them can't actually explain it. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why Thailand makes you happy. By the end, you'll understand 4 conditions that actually run your happiness in Thailand. And also, I'll tell you what to do with that, especially if you're actually considering moving here. Picture a normal Tuesday back home. You open your mailbox and there is your rent bill. You look at the number, but you are not surprised. You are used to seeing this bill every month. If you press pause for a second and do the math in hours instead of money, it changes everything. These numbers on your bill are nothing more, nothing less than the hours of freedom you gave to your company this month. There is a book called The Psychology of Money, and the author Morgan talks about a study by a psychologist called Angus, who spent his career trying to find what actually makes a person truly happy. He researched income, house size, job title, neighborhood, and none of them had anything to do with actual happiness. The closest thing to that feeling of happiness is having control over your time. Doing what you want, when you want, with the people you want. Freedom is worth more than anything on this planet. Now imagine you are in Thailand taking out cash at an ATM. It's your own currency, dollars, euros, just converted into baht. And without any effort, $100 is worth $300. And your brain, my friend, will never forget that transaction. It will remind you every time you compare prices back home. For example, remember that number you pay for rent? This exact same amount now covers 3 months of living in Thailand. Time is money, right? So automatically, you also have 3 times more time. Everything you wanted to do back home would take you a year to do. Every trip, every moment of freedom now fits into 1 month here. That's where the feeling of freedom actually comes from. You don't have to wait a year to live these things. You can live them now for months in a row. But you must remember 2 things. First, a Thai person going to the West doesn't get the same deal. You are privileged. Second, don't mistake privilege for superiority. All of this is temporary. You only have money as long as you are in Thailand. The moment you leave, this advantage is gone. Now think about your life back home. A friend buys a new car. A coworker gets a raise. Someone your age just bought an apartment. You never ask for any of this information. It just reaches you. Maybe it's a photo. Maybe it's just a comment someone made at dinner. Either way, it lands in your head before you even decide to let it in, and your brain does something automatic. It measures the difference between you and them without even asking your permission. In this book called How to Change, the author Kathy shares a study done at the US Air Force Academy. Researchers took students with low grades and put them in the same room as students with high grades, hoping the good students would help the others improve. The opposite happened. The struggling students got worse. That's because when we are surrounded by people constantly outperforming you, it doesn't push you up. It drains you. You start to feel like you are falling behind no matter how you try. So, you stop trying at all. And that's something that happens all the time. You'll always find people hitting milestones you haven't hit yet. It's easy to scroll through your feed on Instagram, and you'll quickly find people who seem to be doing better than you. Without even realizing it, your brain counts the score every day and quietly saves it somewhere in the back of your mind. But as soon as you land in Thailand, that scoreboard disappears. You don't know what the guy next to you earns. You don't know where they are in life compared to you. You have no group to measure yourself against anymore. Your brain finally gets to take a break, and this is where the happiness shows up. The competition turns to silence, and that silence feels really good. But when you go back home, everything comes back at once, and it feels harder than before because now you know what it feels like to live without a scoreboard. This is one of my favorite books called Thinking Fast and Slow. The author Daniel describes something strange about how your mind works. You are actually made of two selves. One is the experiencing self. It only knows right now, this exact second, nothing before it, nothing after it. The other is remembering self. It decides if a day was good or bad once it's over and writes the story you'll be proud to tell in the future. Daniel found something surprising. Almost every decision you make is for that second self, the one writing the story, not the one actually living the moment. You do everything you can to get that promotion, that raise, but there's always something more to want next. It's like happiness is waiting at the finish line, but you keep postponing the moment you reach it. In Thailand, that changes. Picture yourself on the back of a scooter at sunset, the wind on your skin, no destination more important than this exact street. Or another example, you sitting on a plastic stool by a street food cart. There's actually no story being written while it happens, right? You're just there, thousands of kilometers away from home, fully living your moment of freedom, and that, my friend, is a real happiness. You're actually living for today, not for a story you will tell tomorrow. Most of the time, you spend your energy, your time, and your money for a version of you that will someday finally slow down, finally relax, finally retire, finally be happy. Here in Thailand, for one brief moment, all of it doesn't matter anymore. That's why so many people coming to Thailand feel more happy. But let's be honest, this only lasts as long as you are actually here with Western money. The moment you land back home, this feeling slowly disappears and you have to come back to your old version. There are two social codes that explain why you feel happy here. The first one is called Sanuk. It means fun. But it's not just about going out and partying with your friends. In Thai culture, anything should come with some enjoyment inside it, even at work, even doing a boring task. Fun isn't the dessert after the meal, it's mixed into the meal itself. A person who does everything with a serious face isn't respected more. They are seen as someone who doesn't know how to live. Back in the West, you were taught to do the opposite. Suffer now, enjoy later. You must study hard so you can get a good job later. You must work and save for retirement. There is no time to have fun. You have to perform now to build for tomorrow. Here in Thailand, the fun can't wait until later. It has to happen right now. The second code is Mepenlai. It's close to the word never mind. Picture this, your friend is 20 minutes late. The restaurant brings you the wrong order. You order something online and it's not even what you wanted. You feel like you're having a bad day. But here in Thailand, you'll hear people say, Mepenlai. Not because they don't care, but because they have decided this problem isn't worth their energy today. Put these two codes together, Sanuk and Mepenlai, and you get a simple daily habit you can only find in Thailand. You enjoy small moments and you drop the small problem. Honestly, living here barely gives you a choice. Everyone around you does this, so eventually you start doing it too. Most people who come back from Thailand feel calmer and can't say why. These two codes were running quietly in the background the whole time they were here. But here is the problem. Mepenlai can also become an excuse to never fix real problems. And honestly, some Thais hide behind this concept to excuse their own behavior. Honestly, Sanuk and Mepenlai are two of the most important social codes in Thai culture, and I explain both of them in much more depth in my book. It's coming soon on my website. Don't worry, I'll let you know the moment it's out. So now you understand control over time, the missing scoreboard, living right now, Sanuk and Mepenlai. 4 different reasons why Thailand makes you happy. But here is the truth. It's not only about Thailand. It's more about 4 conditions that happen to line up here at the same time. Stronger money, anonymity, no comparison, permission to live in the present. Here is my theory. It can look like happiness, but that's not real happiness. That's just favorable conditions. And if you need all of these just to feel happy, it's going to cost you plane tickets to feel it again. Real happiness is freedom, and in this world, you have to really fight for it. So, what do you actually do with everything we learned in this video? First, be honest about one thing. Are you actually happy back home? If you are, keep building your life there. Play by the rules where you live, and treat Thailand as what it is, a place to visit, to recharge, to feel good for weeks. That's already a great thing to have. If you're not, and you genuinely feel happier here in my country than back home, well done for admitting that. That's a huge step forward, and knowing where you want to go already puts you ahead of most people. It's time to build something, my friend. Go get all 4 mechanisms for real. Earn money online in Western currency so the exchange rate stays in your favor, then find a real way to stay here long term, the right visa, not just tourist visas. Without that, your happiness stays stuck to a country you have to live every time, and that's not freedom. that just stress with better weather. Personally, I totally agree with these 4 mechanisms in this video. If you ask me what happiness is, I'll tell you it's freedom. And honestly, Thailand is the best place on earth I've found to feel that. I used to work as a watchmaker for Rolex in Geneva. And now I'm a content creator and I earn about 10 times less. But believe it or not, I feel happier because freedom is just so much more accessible here than back in Europe. But of course, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so before I leave, let me ask you something. Are you happy where you live? Or is Thailand what you are really after? Tell me in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. Take care. Bye เจอกันนะครับ